Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, Seacrest out. One of the busiest guys in showbiz is giving up one of his high-profile jobs. Which one and why? Then Kendall and I are hitting the road again. Today, we're heading to Stillwater to see if we can get lost and found in their incredible ice maze. And it's another Jason Show staff best thing ever extravaganza. Our family is going to show your family things we are loving. And it's all about food, glorious food. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It is Friday. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Jason Show. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that it's Friday. And I'm so glad that I'm wearing thermal underwear. Not that you needed to know that, but I'm just saying, it's 84,000 below zero. She's cold, but she's warm. Please welcome my sidekick sister from another mister, Kendall Mark, everybody. Good morning.
Hello. I'm icy cold.
Okay, rinse and repeat. I know you get sick of me complimenting you, but it is Go Red for Women Day.
It is.
And you have rarely looked lovelier than you look right now.
Thank you. This is a new ensemble.
It is glorious.
I think it's kind of choking me, if I'm being 100% honest.
I love your honesty.
Thank you. So if I pass out,
hey, beauty hurts. It's all for the show, right, Kendall?
All for the show.
We hurt for the show. We hurt for all of you watching. That's right. And we hurt also for our audience. Let's say hello to our virtual audience. Hello to Connie, Robin, and Casey. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Now, Connie, I'm going to start with you. I'm loving the setup. I love your headphones. I either want to give you a hug or buy some Time Life books from you.
Wonderful.
Are you, now correct me if I'm wrong, I'm looking at my card here. Are you joining us from Arizona?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you know, Connie, my uncle lives in Arizona. Give me your favorite thing about living in Arizona. I don't mean to put you on the spot. What's your favorite aspect about the state?
Mountains.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you were from here, right? You lived in Minneapolis, right, Connie?
Born and raised, Patrick Henry High, Industrial Institute, yes.
Little shout out. Casey, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jason. How are you?
Casey, are you in Arizona?
I am not. I am in Cloquet, where it's 86 zillion below.
Isn't it? 86 bazillion below zero today. It's awful.
Yeah.
And then finally, let's say hello to Robin. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Jason.
Robin, are you staying warm? Where are you coming in from?
Little Falls.
Little Falls. Oh, it's 84 below zero there, right? Well, the ladies will be sticking around with us all morning long. Thank you, ladies. Yeah, it's cold, but you know what? I don't complain about the weather because we've had I told my mom, the Dar, who just moved here from Louisiana, she's lucked out because this has been a very mild winter. So I don't want to complain about anything. We've been very lucky. Why do you look at me? You're looking at me like, Jason, I'm still going to complain.
No, because I'm like, oh, you don't complain about the weather?
Okay.
What? Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Can somebody rewind the tape? I think I started the show with a compliment for her, shouldn't I? I mean, I think I was nice.
You were and you are.
I complain about you take that back, Sister Soldier.
You call yourself an inside kid. You're an inside person.
That's about my laziness. That's not about the temperature. That's about my laziness as a kid. I didn't want to play ball. I wanted to sit and watch Dallas. Had nothing to do with the temperature.
Okay.
No, I was going to say, I complain about a lot of stuff, but not the weather. Think about it. Think about all the time you spend with me. Have you heard me complain about the weather recently?
I'm just going to try to see what Jeff's saying.
No, I don't.
You're right. You have not complained about the weather recently.
Okay, Jeff, just write that down in her employee file if you would please. Just note made. Just note made. Okay, hey, by the way, before we get started, you just saw in the cold open, don't go anywhere. Stick with us for the hour. We're going to have a lot of fun. Ted's popping up. Jeff's going to be here. We're going to do another Jason Show staff extravaganza. You're going to want to write down the stuff we're recommending today, as you guys always do. And I thought about that yesterday. And I'm just going to be, I'm in a really good mood. I'm complimenting, I'm very grateful for all of you watching because I got an email yesterday from a restaurateur who was on our show and then got a lot of business. And I just want to say thank you to all of you that watch and you trust our recommendations and you go out and support the places that we spotlight. It means a lot that you put trust in us, and thank you very much. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. Told you I'm in a good mood. Well, it's pull tab day, that's why.
Oh.
Seacrest out. Ryan Seacrest is dropping one of his 40,000 jobs. In an Instagram post yesterday, he says he will no longer host Ease live from the red carpet. Ryan has done that job for 14 years, and he says it's time to move on to new adventures. Look, absolutely. He's done it. He's done it well. Here's my thought on this. I think a couple factors came into play. I think there's nothing more for Seacrest to prove. You know, Seacrest is, you talk about a guy, he may not be your cup of tea, but that guy has hustled for years to the detriment of time with his family, relationships. The guy has worked harder than most people in the entertainment business. So I think he's probably ready to put the car in neutral. Number two, let me tell you, as a guy that's been on the red carpet, it's awful. Everyone thinks it's glamorous. You've done it too. I've covered my fair share of them. It is the seventh ring of HELL. It's awful because you're crammed in there like a sardine with other journalists from around the world. You have to deal with publicists who are just awful human beings. They're just miserable, mean people. You got to suck up to them and beg to get their clients' attention. And it's not fun. It's not enjoyable.
Nothing about it. I did the one and was like, okay, we're done. I don't need to do any more of those. And I think you bring up a really good point. He's done everything.
Yes.
And people in other jobs get this too, but in this industry specifically, when you get a gig, you hold on to it for as long as you can because you're terrified that if someone else gets it, something's going to happen, right? And I think, like you said, he's done enough now that he's like, I think it's safe to just let this one go.
Well, there's also a finite number of these jobs. That's why I always try to show gratitude. I know I'm very lucky to have two of them. But, and also the red carpet doesn't have the prestige that it used to. You know, Joan Rivers made it a thing, you know? There's always red carpets, but Joan Rivers made it a thing, and now people don't care like they used to. People barely care about the award shows.
Right.
So it's time to move on. Next in the dish, because we are too. Have you ever been duped? Chrissy Teigen has, and she tweeted about it this week. She said one time, John and I were at a restaurant, and the waiter recommended a nice Cabernet. We got the bill, and it was $13,000. How do you casually recommend that wine? Well, here's the deal. We could laugh about that story, but here's the story, and this is why I'm telling you about it. Some of her followers were quick to call her out, saying she's out of touch, especially when so many people are out of work due to the pandemic, which is true. But Chrissy responded, not everything I say on Twitter is going to be relatable. I see your tweets. I get your jokes. You are so funny. Yes, you really nailed me. As I said, I'm in a good mood. But I got to be very honest with you. This drives me insane. This drives me insane because I don't like shaming people for the success that they have achieved. If you don't like her being goofy about a wine, then don't follow her. These celebrities, it's all aspirational. We're not going to be Chrissy Teigen. Just because she's tweeting about a wine that she can afford because she's worked hard doesn't mean that she can't relate to people struggling, or doesn't mean that the people struggling aren't important. It means she wanted to put out in the world a little joke about an uncomfortable situation in her life. I think part of the reason this is happening with such regularity is it's a tough year. We're all angry. We're all bitter, and it's coming out sideways, and it's coming out to Chrissy Teigen, but it drives me insane. I hate shaming people for their success. Let's go to the audience. Connie, what do you think? Oh, Connie, you're muted. There we go.
Yes, I agree with you. I mean, everybody has their own different life, their own different aspect of how they live it. I love to hear how she does things. I would love to have that life for maybe a day or two.
Yes, and it doesn't.
But she's so much fun. Shoot, I mean, she makes being rich really enjoyable from a normal person's perspective.
Yes, thank you. And that's what I mean by these stars. It's You're not, thank you guys. It's supposed to be, these stars are supposed to be aspirational, like fun and escape. I don't follow her for a dose of reality. I read the Washington Post for that. I turn on the news for that.
Right.
And anyone that gets mad, that's a lot of projection, I believe. That's my feeling. It's a lot of projection on their part. They're projecting their own stuff onto these people, and it's not their fault.
No, and what a lot of people miss too is that this week she's also been talking about how her husband, John, his grandmother just passed away. This would have been her due date of her child that she lost. She was also like, I was just trying to bring some levity and humor, and like y'all just couldn't be nice for a minute.
Yeah, drives me nuts. Next on the dish, if you've been waiting for an action comedy about the card game Uno. I know you've been waiting, I know. Today is your lucky day. Mattel Films and rapper Lil Yachty, which, by the way, is the first time I've ever said Lil Yachty on this show, are teaming up on the adaptation of the popular children's card game. It's described as Uno, an action heist comedy set in the underground hip-hop world of Atlanta. It's unclear when we will see this movie. The premise, let me be clear, the premise sounds great. The premise sounds great. What in the name of B. Arthur does it have to do with Uno? That's my question. And have you ever been into a conversation with someone and it went like this? George, I sure would like a movie about Uno. I would bet you Chrissy Teigen's $13,000 wine that you've never heard that conversation, because no one in the history of this planet has ever requested a movie about Uno.
I think it could be fun. I'm into it. Why not?
You are fired.
Okay.
We'll be right back. How many times Our Friday fun day is just getting started. Coming up next, what happens when you put Kendall and me in an ice maze in Stillwater? Well, things get a little wacky. Get lost with us just ahead. And then it's a Jason Show staff partay. We are sharing our latest best things ever with you. And today, the category is food. Stay right there. The Jason Show will be right back.
Can we be real for a moment? Is there really anyone you'd rather see dropped in a vat of rendered bacon fat than Tom Brady? Hope everyone has a great Monday, except for Tom Brady. F you, Tom Brady. You. Tom Brady, you suck booty. You ugly. You suck. You throw like a fat lady with a flabby arm and a little girl butt face. Hashtag Tom Brady. Hashtag suck. You suck. I hate Tom Brady so much, but I have no legit reason to. He's a nice guy, but I hope they break his legs. You, Tom Brady. I hope your dog eats chocolate and gets really sick and throws up on your sock. That's up.
Okay, look, love him or hate him, good sport, Tom Brady. Look, that's what, well, when you're at the level of Tom Brady, I doubt, Simon 2447, his tweet matters to you.
But like, you kind of know that it kind of does bother you. And so the fact that like he's so big though, it's the weird thing.
He is, and there is no denying. That's a good looking man.
And he's married to Giselle, and he's the best of all time.
I love saying her name, Giselle Bündchen.
Right.
Giselle Bündchen.
Like, this man.
Again, sometimes the good Lord gives with both hands. That's right. More late night. We showed you the Super Bowl commercial featuring Mike Myers and Dana Carvey and Cardi B yesterday. Though I wish I could do that. I can't do that. The Wayne's World duo visited Jimmy Fallon and talked about their SNL days and trying to break through on the show. Look at this.
The first few times we went on, we were kind of the last sketch. I think it took us a while.
You
So
actually,
like,
the truth is, you were in the area that was of the SNL on the floor, where all sketches go to die. That was where.
Yes.
The one all the way far back in the left.
Yes.
The dead corner. Yeah.
dead
that
corner.
doesn't have an audience looking at you at all. They have to watch it on the monitor.
Yeah.
And you're just like, is anybody watching? Do you feel like you're sending it up into space or something?
Yeah,
And
you
some
broke the
planet
curse.
won't see it.
We would jump up and down with energy. I think when you're last up and you're over in the corner, you're trying to be kind of defiant. Like, we'll just bring psychotic energy, just screaming. But eventually, it caught on.
And when you do these sketches, you don't think it's going to be a film.
No, we didn't think it was going to be a film. And then when we did it, we didn't think necessarily they were going to release it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really?
Remember, they were a little like, what is this? You remember?
Yeah, we didn't think they'd bring actual cameras to the set.
Yeah.
We were young. We didn't know.
Well, they did. Fun fact, it went on to become one of the top grossing films of 1992. That little movie that they weren't sure they brought cameras to on the set, boom.
I know. Well, you think about it too, like people in my generation, even younger, even if they've never seen the film, the Wayne's World.
You know it.
The characters, I mean, you wear it for Halloween, even though you've never seen the movie. You know, I mean, that's awesome.
Well, and who knew that? You know, I love a good fun fact. The thing about SNL, who knew there was a stage no one wanted to perform on? Because that studio is a small studio. They utilize every inch of that. I didn't know that, though. That's awesome. Because you know I like a good fun fact. Next in the dish. It is very, very difficult being Candace Cameron Bure. Thank you. The former Full House star is firing back at critics who think it's really easy being in a Hallmark Christmas movie. On a recent podcast, she says she gets a lot of haters who think it doesn't take any talent to be in a Hallmark movie. She says it does take talent, and that kind of talent requires a professional actor. Well, we have proof that anybody can be in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Right there. There's producer Ted in a Hallmark Christmas movie right there.
Gotta look. Stay tuned, everybody. Here it comes.
Right there. And when I say producer Ted was in a Hallmark movie, I mean a picture of Ted was on a refrigerator in a Hallmark movie that wasn't on Hallmark, it was on Lifetime.
That's like the B League, though.
Did you follow me, though? Ted wasn't in the movie.
No.
Producer Ted was in, a picture of him was on a refrigerator in a movie that was like Hallmark, but wasn't on Hallmark, it was on Lifetime. I'm just saying. Let's go to the audience. Robin, do you like Hallmark movies during the Christmas season?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I know. Look, Robin barely wanted to admit that. Robin's like, people are watching. This is being broadcast. Casey, do you like the Hallmark movies?
I don't. My cousin does. And so I have seen them all through her and have learned to love them.
Can we just acknowledge, too, Casey has the cleanest house ever. Look how organized Casey's house is. There isn't a book. There isn't a plant out of place. I love it. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I know. I'm giving Candace Cameron Bure. Look, and it's the same people. Here's another point. People always complain or go, oh, anybody can be on a daytime soap opera. Actually, it's very hard being on a daytime soap opera. You talk to like Julianne Moore, who started on, she says it's actually like college for actors because you have to memorize thousands of words every day because it's like that. Yeah. So I never discount soap actors. You know, not that there are a lot of soaps around anymore, but just saying.
Well, like, why you gotta be mean to Candace Cameron Bure because she's in a movie? She's in a movie, people.
There are other reasons to be mean to her. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Her brother. Anyway, next up, it may be bitterly cold this weekend, but we're used to it in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Hi, Wisconsin. A new ice maze in Stillwater is the largest ice maze in the U.S. I love this. So, Kendall and I jumped in our cars and decided to give it a try. Look at this. I love this because this event is connected to local theater, which is near and dear to my heart. Can you kind of explain to folks?
In 2020, we dealt with the shutdowns that every theater did. So coming back here in 2021, we wanted to come up with a community event that was COVID safe and also family friendly, that could really support the arts, support what we're doing, but also support our whole community. Tried to come up with something very unique and sort of a visual arts piece, doing this ice sculpture, ice maze.
People can still have fun, it's safe, but at the same time, you're supporting local theater.
Absolutely.
Kendall is somewhere in that ice maze. If you hear a scream...
I'll come running.
No, call the authorities.
Okay.
Right away, I see some Jeff Probst torches. So if you see them being extinguished, it means one of us has perished. I'm just joking. We're going to be fine in here, I promise. I promise. I honestly have no idea where Kendall is. I think I see legs. I see legs.
I can't scare you in an ice castle.
No, see, I saw Kendall through the. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
That's where I stopped.
Wait a minute. I was gonna go this way, but as you can see,
It's
much
a wall.
like my early relationships in my 20s, dead end. Okay, safety first, Kendall. Walk slowly.
Wear boots.
Well, I'm wearing not boots. I was going by instinct, and I was gonna go one way, but
Your outdoor instinct?
but I went with my instinct, and it seems to be leading us the right direction. Look, make your face if you will, but we're gonna see as we turn this corner. Come on, I think it's actually, no, my instincts were very wrong. Now my instincts are telling us to go this way. Come on.
We'll be here until May.
Oh, this is right.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's what you said 2 seconds ago.
No, holy Lionel Richie. It's a ballerina girl.
Oh,
Ballerina girl. Do you know that song?
No, I don't like
You
what
are
you sing.
so lovely.
It hurts my ears. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's so good.
If I was single, I would totally get dates off that
You
picture.
would melt that ballerina.
I would try. That is hot. I look very heterosexual in that. I think that's a no. This way.
Well, did you want to go down this way?
No, smarts. I don't want to go down that way. It's another dead end. My instincts are telling me this way.
His
Come on,
instincts.
Kendall. Which way is your instincts telling you? Left or right?
My instincts is just to get away from you two.
Are you in a dead end? I think you are. I think your instincts are wrong. Thank you for joining me on the right side of the ice. See? Look at this.
Come on. You have to go on the side.
Oh, I'm not. No, I am 46 years old, but please, woman in her early 30s, proceed down the slide. Oh, wow. Okay. Need me to come get you off the slide that didn't slide?
I'm sorry.
She'll be here till next winter, folks. Best ending to a story ever. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. But sure, have fun. Okay. Little behind the scenes thing. We had one ending to that story. We had an alternate ending, like Clue. Kendall and I sat on these thrones, which were I think cut from the piece. It's you can see it on the Jason Show TV Instagram account, Jason Show TV. We were gonna sit on the thrones, and that was funny itself. We found the thrones, we sat on it, we looked like we're from Game of Thrones. And then Kendall's like, I want to go on the slide. And I'm like, no, have fun. And you were so excited to go down, and her butt froze.
I got stuck.
Your butt literally froze to the ice.
It was so bad. It was like when you go down the slide when it's really hot out and your legs stick to it when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yep. Beautiful. To learn about more about the maze, check out the icepalacemaze.com. There are very few tickets left, but go to Stillwater and enjoy other great stuff. Still ahead, everybody. It's our staff best thing ever show. Jeff, Ted, Kendall, and I head into the kitchen to show off the things we are loving in the category of food. That and more when we come back. Back in a moment. That'll teach you. Little Friday fun day, everybody. Welcome back. I don't need to tell you this. We're all doing a lot more cooking at home and baking these days. And today, the Jason Show staff is sharing some of their best things ever when it comes to food. It's our version of Oprah's favorite things. Please give it up for our family, Kendall, executive producer Jeff, and producer Ted. Hello, stars. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And let me just say, I don't want to build this up, but Ted's is last. And
For a reason or why?
Well, I guess so, Jeff, because editor Rob, who's edited all of our stuff, none of us got any compliments. But Rob sends a company email to everyone in the company. Fox and Rupert Murdoch got this email going, Ted's package is fantastic. We'll be the judge of that, Mr. Sister. But first, I'll start off this time. My best thing ever is something that I spotted at Target, and it was, we do our little meal planning on Sundays, and you know, I'm like probably a lot of you, I want it easy. I want it easy, and I don't want to spend a lot of time cooking, especially if you're having a busy day. So I found Target's brand new meal kits. Look at this. So this is the Target Dinner in Minutes bag. I got the chicken burrito bowl version. They're like 4 or 5 different things, dinner in minutes. They're available, or they're made in 10 minutes. Serves 3, unless you're really hungry, right, boys? Unless you're real hungry. You don't get any of these, though. I'm very sorry. But anyway, everything you need, the whole point of everything you need for it is in here. For the burrito, you got your grilled fajita, your fajita. You got your rice, chicken strips, rice. You got, let's see here, Target cheese aisle, and then some fresh guacamole. And then what's great about this is the instruction for everything is on the back of the bag. So you don't need to Google a recipe or anything. Everything literally that you need is right here in this little handy bag. It really is dinner in minutes. It's even easier because the chicken is done in the microwave. So the chicken is done. I microwaved the rice. I got my cheese. I got my guacamole. And ready to put everything together. And here we are. There's the finished product. Pretty nice. A little guac, a little cheese, a little chicken. And sorry, Bubs, you can't have any. Sorry. Target will have to make a 2-minute meal for dogs. They can have that idea for free. You know, the only thing that I would add to that particular burrito bowl one, add a little salsa. That's what I would do. And if you are serving 2 or more, maybe get an extra thing of brown rice, but maybe not. And it is, guys, I'm telling you, it's really good. Tyler in here asked a good question. Is the chicken good or is it rubbery? It's real good. I enjoy that one. And then the teriyaki chicken is another one that I really enjoy. It comes with fresh broccoli, the chicken, the teriyaki sauce. And I think they're like around $14.99, and I found it in Target's refrigerating section, and I can't recommend it enough.
How many varieties do they have? Is it?
You know, Jeff, I think there's like 5 or 6.
Nice.
There's 5 or 6, and those two, the burrito bowl and the teriyaki, I'm not kidding, especially the teriyaki, and I just add more broccoli. I could eat that once a week. It's so good.
Cool.
Speaking of you, Jeff, it's your turn. What do you have for us?
So a few weeks ago, we were talking about our favorite chicken fingers. Remember that?
Yes.
Well, I discovered on the TikTok, because, you know, I'm a TikTok influencer these days, I found the best chicken tenders. They're like little chunks, and I also whipped up my own homemade sauce.
Oh.
Take a look.
Wow.
My best thing ever are the Just Bare lightly breaded chicken breast chunks. I got mine at Costco. They're fully cooked and perfect in the air fryer. Okay, I put them in the air fryer. Now we're gonna cook 350 for 10 minutes. I like mine a little extra crispy. While those are cooking, we're gonna make our honey mustard. You need mayo, vinegar, I use rice vinegar, salt and pepper, mustard, honey, cayenne, garlic powder, and some Cajun seasoning. We're gonna start with about a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. After the mayonnaise, I add a couple tablespoons of Dijon mustard, a little bit of vinegar, and then a couple tablespoons of honey. Next, I added the spices, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some garlic salt, some Cajun seasoning, and then the cayenne. If you don't like it spicy, you don't need to add it, but I like the little kick. And then just whisk it up. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but you get the idea. After you whisk, give it a taste, see if it's to your liking. I wanted it a little sweeter, so I added some more honey. And then you just put it in a bowl, put it in the fridge to let the flavors come together, and wait for your chicken to finish. Most importantly, don't forget to shake. You gotta shake to make sure they're evenly browned. Look at how good those look. Okay, they're done. Let's pull them out. Look at how good those look. Put them on a plate. Dinner is served. Here you have the chicken chunks. Honey mustard. Done.
Expertly shot by
Ooh,
Jeff.
Not really.
hungry.
I need a tripod or something.
Yeah.
It's like too shaky.
It's fine.
No, those chicken bites though, so I usually like a lot of crust on them. These don't have a lot of crust and they're so good. They taste like real chicken. I mean, it is real chicken, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's not raccoon or peacock or something.
And the bag at Costco is like $13 and that'll probably last me a year. I mean, I live alone. What? So it's kind of not to bring the party down.
Wow. Things just got alone. Did you hear, Jeff? I live alone. I eat 4 chicken nuggets a day.
No, but you had a question, Jason.
No, I had a question, and I really am not trying to be sassy, and I wish I could see your face.
We'll
Oh, did
be
you
the
just
judge.
grunt?
He did.
Anyway, I'm not being sassy, but Florida Director Tyler and I were just talking about this. Can't I just buy a bottle of honey mustard? What is the difference between your honey mustard? Like, why do you make your own? Because it seems like real fancy.
Because I have the satisfaction of creating it from scratch. And it's cheaper too. Like you just have all that stuff anyway, right?
Yeah, no, well, most
It's
of it.
easy.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you like a particular, because I'm picky with my honey mustard. Like I said,
Yeah.
I was legitimately not being sassy. I wanted to.
If I could figure out the sweet and sour at a certain Golden Arches, I would make that. But honey mustard is second.
Yeah.
You should do honey mayo next time.
I don't know about that.
Trust.
Yeah.
This has mayo in it.
Yeah, a little bit. So, well, speaking of Kendall, when we come back, it's her best thing ever. And again, the best story you'll see all year from The Jason Show, according to editor Rob King. Producer Ted's reveal, too, when we come back. Back in a moment, everyone.
Well, okay, can I just say I made this the night before?
Yeah, I can't, yeah.
So it's not quite pretty.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Diane. You're a great cook. It's
Yeah.
my fault. But this is what you get.
It's fine.
Normally, again.
It's fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
again.
I mean, I'd eat that.
Normally, when you would tip it out, it would have the cute bunt pan line, so you can put it on like a cute plate, and it actually looks.
Oh, that
adorable.
came out of a bunt pan?
Shut up.
No, I just.
It came out of that last night, but girl, wait.
Oh, so many thoughts about that. The first one is, well, you're a disaster. The second one is, I miss our studio audience. Hearing them laugh in the background, I can't wait to have them back. Anyway, who can forget that day when Kendall made monkey bread? And as we always do, we put made in air quotes when she made monkey bread on our show in 2019. And as you saw, it didn't really turn out as expected. But things have changed in the past year. And half when it comes to Kendall's baking skills. It's time for her best thing ever, right, Kendall?
It is. Okay, well, this all sort of started for me right around the holidays. I was really sad because we weren't doing all the normal things that we do, so I thought, I want to bake cookies, but as you guys saw, not really my forte. So I downloaded an app, the New York Times cooking app. This is the app off my phone.
Oh.
I'm taking you on a little tutorial for it. It's about $5. I have the New York Times subscription, their normal news subscriptions. That's how I heard about this. You can see on the homepage, there's just a ton of different recipes recommended for you, ones that you've viewed, weekly meal plans that you can go off. But like I said, I really wanted to be a baker. So all of my stuff is really about baking. You really easy to navigate this app specifically, and that's what this is all about. So for this one, I just pulled up a cupcake recipe. I go under my different recipes, just like a normal recipe box would have, and you can find your stuff in there. What's really helpful about this app that I really liked was that I don't know things inherently. Like, I don't know how long you should beat something. Like, I would think a minute. No, it tells you in there 5 minutes. That's about how long you should do it. If you don't have something and you want a substitution, they have substitutes for stuff. They've got different users that are really good bakers or cooks, because this is for cooking mostly. I use it for baking. They have helpful comments. So if you're like, oh, this isn't rising right, people in there, you just look and they're like, oh, that's what you should do. Just add a little lemon zest if you like this flavor. If you want to take out some sugar, you can do this. Super easy to use, and honest to goodness, I've become this like baker.
You have recommended, we've talked about this off air, and Jeff, I think
Yeah.
you've heard of the conversation. You have, I mean, and she's not just, you have used this for a while now, this
Yeah,
app.
I have. I really, really like it. I took a couple of videos and photos over the last couple of months that I've been using it. I made myself a triple layer chocolate birthday cake. I'm not as good at frosting yet, but
You look like
I
a
made.
professional.
Yeah, I made all the things. This one specifically was a triple layer yellow cake with chocolate whipped frosting, which was way too much food for me and Jordan. But you know, I want to make myself a cake. I also made my dad an almond pound cake. This is that. That was like
my goodness.
the real winner. Yeah, my mom couldn't bake him his normal birthday cakes. They didn't have an oven, which is a totally different story. So I made this for him. I've made, these are American Girl bars. They're delicious. That a friend of mine had been working a lot, so I made her some bars and some dinner. I've made lemon bars. I've made blueberry muffins. Jordan has made the food side of it. I don't really enjoy cooking. I really like baking, but honestly, 10 out of 10 would recommend this app. It really, really helped me learn the things that some people know or their mom taught them that I didn't know, and now I really, really enjoy baking. So I think it's $5 a month. So there is a fee with it, but I love it.
That's cool.
You have come, I mean, all kidding aside, from the monkey bread to that.
I know.
You could be on Kids Baking Championship.
Yeah.
I could. I totally could.
You can battle our friend Paige for the Kids Baking Championship.
Big compliments here. And I really like it. I do.
And it looks like, and as you said, sometimes there are a lot of cooking apps, and sometimes they think that you know things that you do not know.
Right.
And it sounds like this answers, it speaks to us dumb people. Yeah.
Right, and it'll say to beat something, if you have a mixer, turn it on level 5. Oh, okay, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know.
I love that.
So it's great.
Ted, do we have to go? I mean, you're producing too. We gotta go too, yeah. When we come back, it's the moment you've been waiting for. The best food story we've done all year, courtesy of producer Ted when we come back. Back in a moment. We are having some fun this Friday with another one of our staff shows, sharing our best things ever in our food category. That's right. Next up is Ted, and let's just say if Steven Spielberg could direct a food segment, it's going to be the one you're getting ready to see, right, Ted?
Yeah, so a couple years ago, remember I came on the show, talked about HelloFresh. Well, I stopped doing it for a while. I'm back to doing it, and last night I did my latest recipe. Oh, hello there. Welcome to my house, my brand new kitchen. Lovely, isn't it? Today we will be making HelloFresh, which is what we've been doing lately. They give you all these sorts of these cards to show you how to do everything in 6 steps or less. And today we are making pulled pork fiesta bowls. Whoa! Whoa! Voila! Look at that chopped onion. Get a little bit more of this. Dump this into the same bowl. All right, folks, I'm getting hungry. It's time to eat. Don't want to burn yourself. Oh, so good. So good, so good. Eric, I'm gonna eat. You gotta go.
Hold on a minute. I'm getting a call. Hold on a minute.
Is it the Oscar committee?
Oh, hello. Oh, James Beard Foundation. Hello. Ted, you're nominated for a James Beard Award for that.
I accept.
Oh, so proud of you.
I have so many questions. Question number one is, how did you get your arms to move so fast?
A little trick in iMovie.
Look at you. Wow.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You should do a best thing ever on that little, whatever that was.
What was that?
What was that thing?
That's like it's a chopper. You literally just put in an onion or a tomato, couple of pulls. It's perfect.
Looks fun.
Let us acknowledge, though, when slow mode, it's a horrible sound.
Horrid.
That was a dreadful sound.
I think Ted could be in the grandstand at the state fair. He could be one of those guys with the headsets, like doing that chopper thing.
The chopper that makes the salsa in the yes.
Yes.
Oh yes. And then you can sell paint tape next.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gorilla Tape. But you mentioned HelloFresh before. I've never done it, and I think maybe a lot of people. You really enjoy it, Ted?
Yeah, it's perfect portion size. So tonight I will eat the leftovers, and I'll eat. I won't have anything left over. The pulled pork last night was pre-cooked, so it was you had to warm it up and put some spices on it and everything. Usually it doesn't come pre-cooked, but the pulled pork does, and it was fantastic.
I love it.
How much is it?
It's like $60 a week for 3 meals for 2 people.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
There we go. If you missed any of our best things ever, we'll be posting them on our Facebook page. You can also see Ted's on the Academy Awards page, too. Just search for Jason Show TV. We're going to be right back right after this. Stay with us. Good editing there, Ted. I got to tell you, sometimes social media is awful, but today y'all are funny on our Jason Show Facebook fan page. Kathy asked, why does who uses their back burner? Making fun of Ted using his back burner on his stove.
Question.
I mean, Ted's like, what do you use? I don't know. Hey, don't forget, if you miss our show live, and we always like you to watch us live, but if you can't, catch us on YouTube, full shows. Search for Jason Show TV, and please hit that subscribe button. Don't want to sound like I'm begging, but we're begging. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Say goodbye to the audience and talk to them when we return. Okay, I gotta tell you what just happened. So Kendall just talks to our executive producer, Jeff. Kendall innocently goes, Jeff, can I friend you on Facebook? Jeff, without hesitation, goes, I probably won't accept it. Oh my.
I was like, can I follow you on Instagram?
Oh, on Instagram,
because he's
yeah.
my boss, and like there is like,
Yeah.
that. And so I was like, oh well, can I?
I probably won't accept it. Well,
I thought Tyler was gonna die.
I know. Well, we accept our audience. Let's talk to them. Robin, Casey, thank you so much. Now, and Connie, now, we usually do a bubblegum goodbye, but now we've asked the audience questions. And Connie had a question for me. She writes, how do you regroup after receiving hurtful, mean, or evil comments? Yeah, I talk about this a lot because I'm a sensitive guy. And you know what's funny, Connie, is it's sometimes hard to do. But if it's a ridiculous comment, I let it, off a duck's back. But it's harder now because it does seem like I said at the top of the show, it seems like no matter what you say, it's going to offend 12 people. I used to say 7. I've bumped that up. And that gets a little, it breaks my spirit a little bit. Like yesterday, I told that story about Starbucks and the being in line. I got 4 emails that it offended people. And I thought, no matter what you say, when you have a show like this, you're going to upset people.
Right.
And you just got to accept that. But ladies, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yes, it was great.
Monday on The Jason Show, it's all about chocolate. Leslie Miller is sharing her picks for wine to pair with chocolate. And the cooking mom is to chocolate desserts that you will be able to make at home. So there we go.
Ooh,
I
wine
know.
and chocolate, girl.
Yeah. Okay, I'm telling you, quality outfit. That's one of my favorites now.
Thanks. God bless.
God bless you too. There we go. And Kendall, you can follow me on Instagram. You can
Thank
follow
you.
me. And you too, Jason Matheson. Don't follow Jeff, but follow us.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everybody, and stay warm.